You are not losing sleep because you know too much. You are losing sleep because too many things still feel unfinished. You are lying in bed, the room is quiet, the lights are off, but your brain is still awake. Not because something dangerous is standing outside your door, not because someone is calling your name, but because, inside your mind, too many things are still open. A message you have not replied to, a work problem, a question about money, a thought about your health, a worry about whether you are falling behind. None of these things is attacking you right now, but none of them feels fully closed either. And that is the problem. Your brain is not asking, "How much do I know?" It is asking, "What still needs my attention? Is this important?" And when the brain cannot answer that question, sleep becomes harder. Now imagine an ancient human sitting near a fire. The night is dark, the forest is quiet. His tribe is nearby. Then suddenly, crack! A branch breaks somewhere in the darkness. His brain wakes up. It does not ignore the sound. It does not say, "That is probably nothing." It asks simple questions. Is that wind? Is that an animal? Is something moving near the fire? Should I wake the others? This is information, but it is not endless information. This broken branch is different. It is close. It is physical. It is connected to action. The ancient brain can check it. He can listen. He can look. He can decide. And once the brain decides, the signal can end. The sound becomes just a sound. The branch becomes just a branch. The forest becomes quiet again. In the ancient world, information often had a shape. The modern world is different. Today, information does not always come as a sound in the forest. It comes as a notification, a headline, a short video, a message, a comparison, a new idea, a warning, a trend, a piece of advice, a question about who you should become. And most of these signals do not tell you what to do next. They only open more doors. You read one thing about health, and suddenly you wonder if you are taking care of your body correctly. You watch one video about success, and suddenly you wonder if your life is too slow. You see one piece of news about money, and suddenly the future feels uncertain, and somehow it follows you into bed. This is the difference. The ancient brain handled signals that led to action. The modern brain is flooded with signals that lead nowhere. Ancient information was limited. Modern information is infinite. Ancient information usually had a body. Modern information can be abstract. Ancient information often ended with a decision. Modern information often ends with another question. So the problem is not knowledge. Knowledge can help you. Understanding can calm you. Clear information can make life feel safer. The problem is not knowing too much. The problem is carrying too many open signals into the night. There is a useful idea in psychology. In 2011, psychologists E.J. Masicampo and Roy Baumeister studied this problem. Their study was called "Consider It Done." The idea was simple but powerful. In their experiments, they asked people to think about unfinished goals. Then, they gave them unrelated tasks to do. But the unfinished goals did not simply disappear. They kept coming back into attention. It can return as an intrusive thought. It can make related words easier to notice. It can interfere with other tasks. In simple words, the mind keeps checking the unfinished thing. But here is the part that matters for sleep. When people wrote down a clear next step for the unfinished goal, the thought interrupted them less. They did not have to finish the goal immediately. The brain only needed to know, "This is not forgotten. There is a next step. I can return to this tomorrow." Because before sleep, the brain does not only process facts, it processes open loops. But an open loop keeps asking for attention. An open loop says, "What should I do about this? What if it becomes important later? What if ignoring it is unsafe?" Your bedroom may be safe, but your brain is not only looking at the room, it is looking at all the unfinished signals inside you, the email you did not answer, the idea you did not write down, the plan you did not make, the news you cannot control, the comparison that made you feel behind. To the modern mind, these are just pieces of information, something unfinished, something uncertain, something that might matter. But to the ancient brain, they can feel like signals, and a signal stays active until the brain knows what it means. Once it is understood, planned, or placed somewhere safe, it becomes quieter. This is why your mind can feel full at night, not full of wisdom, not full of knowledge, but full of unresolved signals. It is like opening many tabs on a computer. One tab is work, one tab is money, one tab is health, one tab is the future, one tab is someone else's success, one tab is a question you cannot answer tonight, and your brain keeps the system running. Not because it wants to hurt you, not because it wants to steal your sleep, but because it is trying to protect something. It is trying not to forget. It is trying not to lose an important signal. The ancient brain once survived by holding important signals. But the modern world gives it too many signals, and many of them cannot be solved tonight. So maybe the question is not, how do I stop thinking? Maybe the better question is, which thoughts need a place to rest? You do not need to erase every thought. You do not need to understand every piece of information before sleeping. The brain may only need a small signal of closure, a note, a list, a simple plan, a quiet sentence that says, "This can wait until morning." This does not mean every problem disappears. It does not mean sleep becomes perfect. It does not mean the brain suddenly becomes silent. But it can change the relationship. Instead of carrying every signal as urgent, you begin to sort them. This is for tomorrow. This is only information. This is not a danger right now. This has a plan. This can be placed down. In the ancient forest, the brain needed to know where the fire was. In the modern mind, the brain may need to know where the thought belongs. Not every thought belongs in the night. Before sleep, maybe you do not need more information, less checking, less adding, less asking the brain to hold everything. This is not about becoming less curious. Curiosity is beautiful. Learning is useful. Knowledge can make life richer. But night may not be the best place to keep opening more loops. The ancient brain rests better when it feels the fire is safe, the group is near, the danger has been checked, the signal has an answer. With you, maybe sleep is not only about closing your eyes. Maybe it is also about closing the signals. Just for tonight. Just long enough for the body to rest. Just long enough for the mind to stop guarding every open door. Thank you for watching Ancient Brain. If this video made you think of something your brain keeps holding at night, you can share it in the comments. And if you want more calm stories about the ancient brain inside modern life, you can subscribe to the channel. Good night, and maybe not everything needs to be solved tonight.